Sairam to you all, dear children. Yesterday we discussed in detail about like terms, unlike terms and coefficients. Today we will be discussing about new topic which I am going to let you know now very shortly. So the chapter name is Algebraic Expression, Class 8, Subject Mathematics, Unit 2, Part 4. So now, today we will be discussing about addition and subtraction of polynomials. Now, there are some properties of addition and multiplication in the set of all integers. Let us study them one by one. First property, sum of two positive integers is a positive integer. Okay. So sum of two positive integers is a positive integer. So here there is an example. Plus 7 plus, within brackets again it is plus 5. Okay. Plus 7 plus 5. So sum of two positive integers is a positive integer. So plus 7 plus 5 is equal to 12. Then second property, sum of two negative integers is a negative integer. So here is an example. Minus 8 plus minus 6, which is equal to minus 14. So the second property is sum of two negative integers is a negative integer. Okay. Then third property, sum of a positive integer and a negative integer is positive if absolute value of the negative integer is smaller than positive integer. So let us say take two integers, plus 8 and minus 6, plus 8 and minus 6. So here the positive value is greater, isn't it? So sum of a positive integer and a negative integer is positive if absolute value of the negative integer is smaller. So here the absolute value, what is the absolute value of the negative integer? So minus 6 is the absolute value. Okay. And plus 8 is the positive integer. So sum of a positive integer, that is here it is plus 8, and negative integer is positive if absolute value of the negative integer is smaller than positive integer. So minus 6 is definitely smaller. Minus 6 is the absolute value and it is a negative integer smaller than plus 8. So definitely the result is positive. So sum of positive integer and negative integer is positive if absolute value of the negative integer is smaller than positive integer. So plus 8 plus minus 6 is plus 2 only. Okay, don't get confused. So it is as good as saying 8 minus 6. Then fourth property, sum of positive integer and negative integer is negative if the absolute value of negative integer is greater than positive integer. Okay, now again let us consider the same example. Minus 8 plus 6 within brackets, or minus 8 plus 6. Okay, here absolute value is 8. Okay, and there is a minus symbol prefixing 8, and plus 6. So here what is the absolute value? 8 is the absolute value, and here 8 being the absolute value which is greater than 6, and that minus has been prefixed to 8, it is minus 8. So minus 8 plus 6 is equal to minus 2. So sum of positive integer and negative integer is negative if the absolute value of negative integer is greater than the positive integer. Okay, so positive integer is 6 plus 6, and then negative integer is minus 8, but 8 being greater, 8 is the absolute value. Minus has been prefixed to 8. So thereby it becomes a negative integer. So minus 8 plus 6 is equal to minus 2. Then fifth property, product of two positive integers is positive integer. So that means plus 9 into plus 7, or plus 9 star plus 7, which is plus 63. 9 into 7 is 63. So property 5 is product of two positive integers is a positive integer. Then product of two negative integers is a positive integer. So two negative integers. So here we have minus 7, and there is another integer minus 6. So if both of them are multiplied, that means minus 7 into minus 6 is equal to 42, is equal to plus 42. So minus 7 into minus 6 is equal to plus 42. Okay, then product of, property number 7, product of positive integer and a negative integer is a negative integer. So positive integer is plus 8, negative integer is minus 9. So their product will be minus 72. It means it is plus 8 into minus 9. Plus 8 into minus 9 is minus 72. Then property number 8, product of a negative integer and a positive integer is again a negative integer. So product of a negative integer and a positive integer. Here in this example, minus 7 is a negative integer, plus 9 is a positive integer, and their product is minus 63. So minus 7 into plus 9 is minus 63. Right. Then rules for addition and subtraction of two polynomials. Now, like terms can be added or subtracted. Unlike terms cannot be added or subtracted. So, like terms can be added. Say for example, plus 5x plus 9x. So, 5x plus 9x. Okay, 5x plus 9x is equal to 14x. Why? Because they are like terms. 5x plus 9x. They are like terms. Right. So, unlike terms cannot be added. Unlike terms cannot be added. For example, again 5x plus 9x squared. Here they are unlike terms and we cannot add 5x with plus 9x squared. So 5x plus 9x squared cannot be added. Why? Because they are unlike terms. They are both unlike terms. So unlike terms cannot be added or subtracted while adding or subtracting like terms. Their numerical coefficients are added or subtracted. Example, 5x squared y, that is 5x star xy, that is 5x squared y, minus 7x star xy, that is minus 7x squared y. Okay, so 5x squared y minus 7x squared y, we have to add to 9x squared y. We have to add this to 9x squared y. So it is 5x squared y plus minus 7x squared y. That means it is 5x squared y minus 7x squared y plus 9x squared y. So here what we will do is we will group. So these are all like terms. 5x squared y, 7x squared y, 9x squared y. They are all like terms because here the variables are same and exponents are also the same. So therefore they are all like terms. So 5x, so within brackets what we have done is we have grouped 5 minus 7 plus 9. So 5 minus 7 plus 9 into x squared y. So 5 minus 7 is what? Minus 2 plus 9. 9 minus 2 is 7. So 7x squared y. Okay. Then like and unlike terms is being continued. Now let us add 7x squared minus 4x plus 5 and 9x minus 10. So how are we going to do this? Here what we will do, we will first group all the like terms. Okay. So how are we going to group? First what we will do, we will group minus 4x and 9x together first. Okay, minus 9x plus 4x. And then 7x squared, okay, 7x squared will be as it is and plus 5 minus 10. So our equation will be 7x squared minus 4x plus 9x then plus 5 minus 10. So the equation will be 7x squared minus 4x plus 9x plus 5 minus 10. So we have grouped 4x and 9x together. So 7x squared minus 4x plus 9x minus 5, 7x squared. So the equation will be 7x squared minus 4x plus 9x plus 5 minus 10. Okay. Then what is the resultant answer or equation? Resultant equation will be 7x squared plus 5x minus 5. 7x squared plus 5x minus y. Because 7x squared, when we subtract 9x from 4x, when we subtract 4x rather, when we subtract 4x from 9x, we will get plus 5x. Okay. So 9 being the absolute value which is positive integer and greater than 4. Okay. So 7x squared plus 5x minus 5. Here again 5 is being subtracted from 10. Okay. So minus 10. 10 is the absolute value which is on the higher side and minus is prefixing 10. So 5 minus 10 is minus 5. Okay. So the equation, the resultant equation is 7x squared plus 5x minus 5. I hope you are all clear with this. You have understood. Okay. Now let us recall. All like terms can be added or subtracted. Second point, unlike terms cannot be added or subtracted. Third point, while adding or subtracting their numerical coefficients are added or subtracted. So I repeat this once again. All like terms can be added or subtracted. Point number 2, unlike terms cannot be added or subtracted. Point number 3, while adding or subtracting their numerical coefficients are added or subtracted. While adding or subtracting their numerical coefficients are added or subtracted. Numerical coefficients are added or subtracted. Now there are, so only the numerical coefficients are added or subtracted. Then questions following this video. What are the questions? You have to do this and show it to me. Add 8xy plus 4yz minus 7zx and 6yz plus 11zx minus 6y. Add 8xy plus 4yz minus 7zx and 6yz plus 11zx minus 6y. Second question. Add 6yz plus 6x minus 2yx. Add 6yz plus 6x minus 2yx. Third question. Simplify 7x plus 9y plus 3 minus 3x minus 5y plus 8. Fourth question. Classify like terms in the following. So there are 4 questions given to you. They are 4x squared, 1 by 3x, minus 9x cubed, okay, xy, 6x cubed, 4y, and minus 74x, 8xy, 7xyz, and 3x squared. And the first problem is also the first question which I have given. It is also very simple. 8xy plus 4yz minus 7zx. It is, and then 6yz plus 11zx minus 6y. I hope you can all do these problems, and I will be wanting to see your homework in the next class. Okay, so saying, I'll call it a day. Okay, the first in fourth one, classify like terms in the following. The first number is 4x cubed. 4x cubed. Okay, it is 4x cubed. So we have to classify the like terms in these following. Okay, that is the fourth question. So saying, I will call it a day. Sai Ram to you all.